Hello, and thanks for watching the launch of the American Cultural Revolution. I'm Sidney Wildsmith, the founder. Let me briefly tell you what brings me to this now. I am trained as a biologist and naturalist. I'm an artist and musician, videographer and media host, inventor and entrepreneur. I live to understand and to create, focused on making a better world. The American Cultural Revolution combines these elements in an effort to deal with the challenges our nation faces, in which we seem to have no solution, which is creating a frustration, disconnect, and worse in our nation. This is a discussion about our nation, and I do not shy away from the concept of nation, because in fact nations are generally natural expressions of people in their place. People around the world are basically the same. But when you take people and put them in a place, a land, in order to survive, they create the supporting dynamics, which in fact are what culture is. The colors, music, food, customs, homes are literally born from the land. And when the people rely on such, they live in balance. As we look around the world, we see myriads of unique lands and cultures. We here as well share this reality. We in this land will survive best when we live in balance with our surroundings. We see it grandly in our country as we travel throughout and experience the ways in which our people have diversity because of where we live. And that is something we should welcome, because it is the way the world works. That is science. To state it boldly, this is our land, and we are its people. And peoples from around the world are diverse for the same reasons. And we need not only accept that as fact, we in fact are attracted to these different cultures. We travel to eat, mingle, see and explore these differences. We are drawn to them. A unique aspect of our land is the fact that hundreds of years ago, our people then, with great wisdom, enshrined the right to be who we are into a form of governance that celebrated the right for we the people to form a government of, by, and for the people. We here now should be proud of that legacy. In fact, it has inspired the emergence of one of the greatest nations on earth. And in fact, we are. I see it every day in the legacy of great cities, technologies, music, arts, and the right to find expression. This is our culture. So why do we find ourselves divided into two opposing forces, which generate a massive dysfunction amongst our people, evidenced by the fact that we fear discussing our lives, our world, and our nation? We generally agree that it is the leaders elected to represent us as our government that are the problem, as civil discourse is abandoned to division, rancor, and rage. And yet we, the people across this nation, live, work, worship, make music and art and architecture and technologies every day in a spirit of cooperation. And although we often disagree, we know that we must tolerate, not even necessarily like or love, but tolerate our diversity. In fact, that is who we are, a nation based on celebrating our individual freedom to be who we are. Most of us who get along, as most of us do, find balance rather than extremes. Almost every one of us has learned to ride a bike. We instinctively knew that in order to move forward, we had to find balance by adjusting our wheels left and right, left and right. If we only turned in one direction, we would crash and go nowhere. Perhaps there is a lesson here. So the American Cultural Revolution provides a place for the vast majority of us who are weary of the demands to conform to left or right. It transcends this by providing a mutual spirit of cooperation, where we as a people can find balance, learn to respect in a sophisticated way the fact that this is our land, this is our nation, and we are the culture that has emerged. And then we will be wise to understand that those who came before provided us the mystery of democracy that brings us to the now. And we must realize, as they did, that this is our time. And we were gifted the right to know that, to embrace it and celebrate it for what it is. This is our land. We are the people, and this is our time. So we invite those who are supposed to represent us, we the people, to embrace the spirit of the American Cultural Revolution, a spirit of cooperation, communication, and celebration, to make our nation what we exhibit every day. We are a great people with the mandate to seize our human destiny to live in peace and harmony. And when we do, we will once again become a beacon that can light the world. This will not be done with arms and rage. Rather, our leaders need not abandon their parties, but rather accept into their hearts and minds this new American vision. Those who do and join we the people in this effort will be reelected. Those who are afraid to join we the people hopefully will be replaced. To this end, I invite all of we Americans to unite in inspiring a new 2020 American vision that can lead us to a true renaissance of, by, and for the people. Please come to www.americanculturalrevolution.com and unite as founders by sharing your thoughts, videos, ideas, music, and support as we unite in balance to move forward toward Election Day, November 3rd, 2020. Thank you.